Good evening and welcome to the Gulf Coast Sports Network, and we have a great night of high school football ahead. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Will Wilkie. I'll be along with you for tonight's pregame show. If you're new to the Gulf Coast Sports Network, we are a registered nonprofit media company fully staffed by a wonderful crew of talented volunteers. All of our content is free, so please consider subscribing to our channel, as well as our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages, which you can find by using the handle @GCSN Broadcast. That's @GCSN Broadcast. Your follows, likes, and free subscriptions help us in offsetting our costs. And as always, we appreciate your viewership and the support of our sponsors and advertisers. Well, tonight is our broadcast finale for the 2025 football regular season. And what a matchup we have. Two teams, county rivals, champions of their respective districts, and identical records. In a game like tonight, it's about pride. It's about bragging rights. It's about staking your claim to be the best in Hernando County. Let's start first with the visiting Nature Coast Sharks. Head coach Chris Hawley has led the Sharks off to a furious start with a 7-2 record in his first season. He's assisted by coaches Joe Ramos and Alan Williamson. Now let's get to Coach Hawley's keys to tonight's ball game.
Chris Hawley from Nature Coast Technical High School, and tonight's keys to the game versus Hernando High School is to stop the run, put them in long distance situations on third down, to control the ball, nice quick passes, and score a lot of points.
So again, Nature Coast comes into tonight with a 7-2 mark on the season, and they are champions of the 3A District 9 and have secured that coveted automatic bid to the playoffs. Offensively, keep an eye out tonight for sophomore sensation Rodney Jones, who's been tearing up the turf all season long, collecting over 1,000 yards rushing and 13 TDs on the season. The Sharks also like to complement their strong running attack with an efficient passing game, and senior quarterback Cassius Williams has been getting the job done all season long, tossing 9 TD passes and getting 7 TDs himself on the ground. On the defensive side, the Sharks have been attacking on all 3 levels this season. Led on the line by junior Joseph Leiser, who leads the team in tackles for loss and sacks, while at the second level, Dakota Mitchell has been everywhere on the gridiron, leading the Sharks in tackles this season. And if opposing teams have gone to the air, then they've usually found Dominic Picarello around the ball. The talented junior has 3 picks on the season. Now let's check in with the Hernando coaching staff. Head coach Chop Alexander is also in his first season, leading the Hernando program and the Leopards to district championship and a 7-2 overall record. He's assisted by offensive coordinator Bryce Spalding and assistant coach Pat Winters.
How you doing? It's Coach Alexander from Hernando High School. I'm the head football coach. And the keys for tonight's game against Nature Coast is blocking, tackling, ball security, and making sure we have good field position.
The Hernando Leopards are the champions of the 3A District 7, and they're also on their way to the playoffs with their automatic bid. Offensively, the Leopards are a balanced attack in the air and on the ground. Tonight's senior spotlight, quarterback Michael Saltzman, has put together an incredible season with over 1,700 passing yards to go along with 18 TD passes and just 2 interceptions on the season. He's also run in 4 scores on his own. Saltzman's favorite target on the field is junior Carmani Dotson, who's averaging over 100 yards receiving per game and has connected on 6 scores for the Leopards. When the Leopards are running, they're putting the ball in the hands of junior Jerry Brown, who's averaging just under 100 yards per game, and he's reached pay dirt 7 times this season. Now let's flip the field to the Hernando defense. It's been a 1-2 punch this season with senior sensation Michael Brown and rising sophomore Mason Palat. With their aggressive play putting opposing defenses into long down situations, this dynamic duo account for over 35 tackles for loss combined to go with a combined 15.5 sacks on the season. As they lock down the gridiron for the Leopards, but not to be outdone is the Leopards secondary. As many times they've come down with the ball as almost as many times as the offense. The secondary has picked off 10 passes this season, led by junior Waylon Williamson with 4 interceptions on the season. It's a great night for football with 2 powerhouse Hernando County programs. Hit that subscribe button for us. toss a like our way as well. And we're about ready to get underway with the coin toss, so let's send it up to the booth with A. Daldell and Alvaro Miruente. Take it away, boys.
Oh my goodness, good evening and welcome to the Gulf Coast Sports Network GCN. We're here live at Tom Fisher Stadium at a packed house here in downtown Brooksville area for the Battle of the District. It all comes down to this, the District Champion Showdown. Under the lights, two Hernando County powerhouses collide as Hernando Leopards take on Nature Coast Sharks in the final game of the regular season for what promised to be an unforgettable night of champions.
Yeah, that's right, Abe. These two teams know each other very well. It's a rivalry that always brings the best out of both squads. You've got two programs that have already clinched district titles in their respective divisions. And tonight, it's all about county pride and momentum heading into the playoffs.
The Leopards come in riding high after a strong finish to their district schedule. They've been playing tough, disciplined football, and that defense has really been the backbone of their success.
Absolutely, and also Coach Chop has his team locked in. The Leopards' front seven have been flying around the football all season long. And you can't forget about that offense. It's balanced, confident, and efficient when it counts.
Let's talk key players for Hernando first. You have senior quarterback number 4, Mike Saltzman, the field general. He's shown great leadership and the ability to extend plays when things break down.
Yeah, and right behind him, he's got running back number 0, Jerry Brown. That guy runs angry. He's physical, downhill, and can wear out a defense over the 4 quarters. Also, keep an eye out for the linebacker number 48, Mason Paulette, the emotional leader of that defense. He plays both sides, side to side of the ball, and brings that kind of intensity that sets that tone early.
On the other side, the Nature Coast Sharks, another district champion and one of the most athletic teams in the area.
Yeah, the Sharks love to run the football and attack with speed. Their running back number 4, R.J. Jones, is lightning quick. Give him a crease and he's gone. That quarterback, number 0, Cassius Williams, adds a dual threat element, keeping both defense honest with both his arm and his legs. And don't forget about defensive end number 6, Grant Lanning, and also number 56, Joseph Lizor. They both are a force off the edges, causing chaos for both opposing offenses.
So 2 district championships, both with playoff dreams ahead. But first, they've got bragging rights on the line tonight. This is about pride, emotion, and sending a message. When Hernando and Nature Coast square off, records don't matter. You're going to get a great physical, high-energy football game. And I tell you, the energy is up. It's something to see. But tonight, this is what we call football weather. I see sweaters. I see Letterman jackets. I see blankets. And I see a lot of folks ready to watch a great game here tonight.
Yeah, Abe, I'll tell you, I did get a chance to talk to both coaches earlier this week, and their message to their team was the same thing. Fundamentals. They have to go back to fundamentals, both offensively and defensively. I think that the offensive game plan for the Nature Coast, just run RJ a lot. He's got the speed, and he wants to keep them on their toes.
So let's go to the Divinity Mid Spa starting lineup for the Nature Coast Sharks. Cassius Williams, Rodney Jones, Donovan Neal, Jonathan Idney, Mark Earl, Selbach, Bedford, Deso, Nunez, and Meyer getting ready to set it off for the offense. So it's one of those atmospheres. Listen, they both teams should be playoff ready. They should be disciplined. We should be watching a great game tonight because both teams are champions in their respective divisions. So this is championship football right here. This is something you want to see. Now we got 2 coaches, 2 brand new coaches. Coach Hawley for the Sharks and Coach Chop Alexander for the Leopards. Their first time winning division championships for each team. Catch taken by the Sharks, taken up the middle, and he's finally brought down by the Leopards. Let's check out the Vinny Mid Spa starting defense for the Leopards. Up front we have Richards, Williams, Brown, and Pittman. Handling the middle, we got Ingram, Pullen, and Hasbury. And taking care of the secondary for the Leopards, we got Coleman, Williams, Arnold, and Williams. Sharks come out with a split field. 1st and 10. Williams, the field general. Quick handoff. Trying to make some moves around, but he was immediately met by number 6 and number 3 of the Leopards. That's going to be Ingram and Michael Brown.
Yeah, like we said in the pregame, right? If he does get a crease, he will be gone. He is lightning fast. The thing is, for the Leopards defense, they do have to bottle him up in the backfield like they did that play. I think that if they do that, they might be successful on the defensive side.
So second play for the Sharks. They come out into a trip set to the right side of the field, single receiver. They got motion, landing in motion. Another handoff to Jones. Jones was almost met in the back by number 55, but he tried to arm tackle him. You got to realize you can't arm tackle a runner like Jones.
Yeah, they have good defensive front, like we said earlier in the pregame, and if they can keep that in wraps, I think that they will be fine up front. Bringing up this 3rd and short.
So we got 3rd and 5. Sharks trying to get an adjustment, first series of the game, trying to see what they'll be able to do against this Leopard stingy defense. They come back out into the split formation, double stacked on the right side. Another handoff to Jones. He finds a crease, picks up the first down till he met by some Leopards.
I'll tell you, Abe, it's going to take more than just one guy to take him down. He is a tough runner as well as being a lightning quick. So
check out this Jimmy John freaky fast replay.
Here you see Jones running up the middle, breaking a tackle, spinning off another one. And like I said, it's going to take more than one guy to take that guy down.
Looked like Arnold came back from the safety position to help out with that tackle. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Sharks. They're in twins. Quarterback Cash keeps it up the middle, finds some daylight, picks up another first down for the Sharks.
Yeah, on that play, it looked like the Leopards were in cover 2, so the safeties were a little bit further back, and he was able to make a play on the starting lineup. I think they have to keep that unbalanced, because if they just give it to R.J. Jones, I think it's going to be easy for the Leopards to see.
So the Sharks come back in that trip set, single receiver to the left. 1st and 10. Cash has put the ball in the air. He got a man deep, but it's a little too much. Pass was intended for number 11, Jonathan Ickney.
Yeah, I think that you have to keep it run, pass in this situation, especially with the way that the Leopards are playing RJ. They are playing him a little bit further up, so going deep, I think keeping them on balance, I think is going to be a good thing for them.
So the Sharks are moving the chains, brings up a 2nd down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Trying to make a statement here early in the ball game. Sharks come out with twins, got motion. Hand off to Jones to the left side. Jones finds some daylight, picking up about 7-8 yards on the carry.
Yeah, talking to Coach Chop earlier this week, he said they need to gang tackle. I think that's one of the main things that he was talking to his team about. They did struggle with that at some times, and I think that if they want to win, that's what needs to happen in this game to get down to R.J. Jones.
So we got 3rd down and 3. Leopards trying to adjust their defense. Sharks spread wide. Direct snap to Jones. Jones tried to find some daylight, but he met by a host of Leopards on that play. Looked like he may have picked up 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, on the tackle there was number 3, Michael Brown, also a big part of this defense. He has 9.5 sacks this year with an interception as well.
It brings up 4th down and a difficult decision by the coach. And it looked like the Sharks are going to go for it. They're going to put trust in their offensive line to give them enough push to do what they need to do. Sharks come out with twins to the left, single receiver right. Cash keep it straight up the middle, picks up the first down and more. He faked the handoff to Jones and kept it himself. Check out the Jimmy John's freaky fast replay.
Yeah, like I said, you got to keep it balanced here because if they give it to RJ, everybody went that way, and Cassius ended up keeping the ball right up the middle and picked up the first down. So give him a fresh set of downs here for Nature Coast to work with on the 14-yard line.
And with that, guess where we're at? We're in the neighborhood with the Applebee's Red Zone.
They tried to change it up there, Abe, and not go in that direction where they were going. I think that if they do change it up, they might find some success, not just getting it to RJ. Number 25 was in on the tackle there, or running the ball, sorry, nigh on spite.
So it's going to bring up second down and 9 for the Sharks. They go back to that twins formation to the left side of the field. Single receiver. Quarterback keeps it. Goes around the right side, finding daylight. It looked like he was brought down at about the 1 yard line. The Sharks are knocking on the door early on their first series.
Yeah.
Saving tackle by number 19, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he got stuck there in the defensive end there, and he's got to sit put, Abe, because if he goes straight upfield, they are going to run underneath him, and that is their plan to get underneath them with the fake handoff to the left side. So we are in the Applebee's red zone here, all the way down to the 3 yard line. Let's see what the Sharks are going to do from here.
Brian, let's get sorry, John, let's get a little tighter.
Williams under center. Handoff to number 5. He tried to put it into number 5, but it looked like he fumbled. And the Leopards recovered. They tried to get a ball to Brandon Hogan.
You know, Abe, I saw that happening. He wasn't even ready
Check
for
out
it.
the Jimmy John's freaky fast replay on that play.
As you see it there on the replay, number 5 wasn't even ready to get the football. So I think that Hogan didn't even know what was going on, but
Could
it's all
be
right.
some miscommunication down there in the red zone. You know, that play may come back to bite the Sharks, but it also shows that the defense for the Leopards was staying focused and not just saying they right here at the 1 and giving them a touchdown.
Yeah, it's going to be a good thing to see their offense and see where they come out in early on against the Sharks defense.
After this play starting line.
There is a black or dark blue Mazda in the parking lot.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Leopards. Quick hand off to Brown. He's met up the middle, but he picked up a hard 2 yards on that play. And with that, let's get ready for the Divinity Med Spa starting lineup for the Leopards.
Going down for the water break.
So we got for the Leopard offense, the trenches for the Leopards, Saltzman, Brown, Dotson, Harris, and Mobley will be the skill positions. Richards, Betcourt, Niaz, Blair, and Carter will be that front line. And for the Sharks defense, yeah, Lizer, Stackhouse, Hogan, Davis. Linebackers, Jones, Mitchell, Parker, and the secondary for the Sharks. Hanna, Picarella, Jackson, and Montgomery. That is your starting lineup for offense and defense for both sides, ladies and gentlemen. Leopards going to trips. Quick handoff again. Look like Brown goes around the right side, picks up about 4 yards on that carry.
Dontrell Parker there on the stop. When I was talking to Chop earlier this week, he said defensively they do need a gang tackle, but offensively they do need to protect the quarterback. The quarterback does need to go through his progression, and the wide receivers need to get back to the ball when it is a passing situation. So that is the keys, I think, to victory here for them.
So 3rd down and 4 for the Leopards. Leopards come out in a 5-wide set. Got movement on both sides. Look like number 66 for the Leopards. Not sure if the referee, which side he's going to call first.
Yeah, I did see both teams move there. Usually in those situations they do call the offense, but you never know. I didn't know if they crossed the neutral zone there. Let's see what they got here.
Referee's trying to get the call right for tonight. It's going to be against the Leopards. It's going to back them up, and it's still 3rd down.
Yeah, that
Leopard fans don't seem too happy about that call.
Yeah, that's going to back them up 5 yards. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Passing situation.
So the Leopards come back in that 5-wide set. Saltzman is under pressure, but Saltzman is able to still move his feet, trying to get from back there. But it looked like number 52 for the Sharks was able to get him around his waist and hold him tightly. That's Garrison Stackhouse, and was able to take him down.
Yeah.
Check out this Jimmy John freaky fast replay.
Yeah, as you can see, he escaped one tackler, but then a host of the Sharks came around the corner and was able to bring him down.
So it brings up 4th down. Looks like the Leopards a punt. Nice high punt by the Leopards. Nice bounce. And he picks it up. That was number 1, Avian Jackson, with the little swifty little delay. He waited till the ball completely bounced, waited till the defense got unset, and then picked it up and took off.
Yeah, I don't know if that was his plan to do that, but he definitely picked it up at the opportune time where the defense wasn't even looking at him, and he was able to gain an extra 20 yards on that return. So great job on that.
So the Sharks bring their offense out for their 2nd series. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Quick hand off to Jones up the left side. Jones find a gap. Jones find the seam, and Jones down the middle for a touchdown for the Sharks.
Just like you were talking pregame, Abe, if you give that guy a crease, he's gone. That was a great run by RJ there. And here's a...
Check out the Jimmy John freaky fast replay.
Yeah, that was great blocking up front by the lineman. Opened up that little crease for him, and that's all he needs to score that touchdown. So great run, great blocking, great job all around by that offensive line.
And keep in mind, Jones is just a sophomore. He is something special to watch. Each time he touched the ball, at any moment, something can happen. Extra point is good, which go ahead and put the Sharks on top 7-0 with 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back.
I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
All right, and welcome back. And you know, Abe, he's not the only number 4 that you would recognize from Nature Coast. Another one, Matt Breida, who played in the NFL for a couple years. He played for the 49ers, and like I said, not the only number 4 you might recognize in the Nature Coast uniform. Here we are getting ready for the kickoff.
So it looked like back deep for the Leopards. Number 1, Kamani Dotson. Little pooch kick. Caught by number 9. That's going to be Isaiah Williams, and it was a good thing that he got that ball, because had he not, the Sharks defense was right there to get the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to call a late hit on that, Abe, but he did come in a little bit late there after he had already covered the ball, so that might be a personal foul on the Sharks.
So the referees are huddled up. Personal foul against the Sharks.
Yeah, that'll add 15 yards to the end of that.
So it looked like he'll put him at the 50-yard line.
I moved back, Brian, and then inside the air was out.
So the Leopards come back out 5 wide. Saltzman at the helm. Got motion. Brown in the backfield. Quick hand off to Brown. He fumbles it a little bit in the air. Looked like he was able to pick up 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Howley earlier this week, he did say that same with the offense. They spend a lot of time going over basics, and I think things like tackling, open field tackling, the small things, I think that those are the things that they worked on this week after that loss to Land O'Lakes, and it is paying off for them, it looks like.
So the Leopards come back out showing that 5 wide set. Motion Paulette to the back. Quick handoff. He was immediately met by number 12 for the Sharks. That's going to be Dakota Mitchell making that initial contact.
Yeah, like I said, here's a Jimmy John's freaking fast replay here. You see the handoff in the backfield. They were already in the backfield, ready to make that tackle there, number 12 for them, Dakota Mitchell. So great tackle, great open field tackle there for.
So we got 3rd down and 5 for the Leopards, trying to find some type of offense and trying to find some way to move the chains. They stay in that 5 wide set. Saltzman drops up, put the ball in the air. Number 1, Dotson catch the ball. He's making a move to the left side, still got some room, and he finally hit out of bounds at about the
27-yard line.
28-yard line. Nice pass by Saltzman. Check out this Jimmy John freaking pass replay.
Yeah, as you see him making a couple guys miss there, getting to the outside, and then running out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So great call to keep them on their toes for the Leopards.
So the Leopards finally able to move the chains on offense. Saltzman was poised in the back end. Keep in mind, don't forget to watch the halftime senior spotlight. It's going to be number 4, Michael Saltzman for the Leopards. Saltzman rolls to the right, finds a man, finds number 8. That's going to be Cameron Harris with a nice grab.
Yeah, he was tackled there by Jackson, the free safety. Man, that was a great run. I think that with the two high safety that they had, it was a great call to get it out to the out.
And with that pass from Salson, that has put us in the neighborhood of our Applebee's red zone, and it's a first down for the Leopards. With 1:34 remaining, we got first and 10 in the red zone. The Leopards still in that trips to the left. Motion Paulette to the back. Quick handoff. Paulette finds a seam, steps to the right, then finally met after picking up about 2.5, 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, he got tackled there by a host of the Sharks there. What Chop was telling me earlier is that they do need to sustain drives. And what happens when you sustain drives? You keep Nature Coast's playmakers off of the field. And that's exactly what they want to do here. And that's what it looks like they are doing.
So it's going to bring up second down for the Leopards
1 minute left in the first quarter.
at the 15-yard line, trying to find the end zone. Saltzman is sacked in the backfield. Looked like number 56 for the Sharks was back there immediately. That's going to be Joseph Lizer. And we talked about it earlier. They have to watch them outside guys. Check out the Jimmy John Freaky Fast replay.
Yeah, as you can see, they were blitzing right off the edge there, and Saltzman didn't see him until last second, so he couldn't avoid that. That was a great hit. We did talk about Lizer earlier in the program, and he is a force to be reckoned with on that defense. So with 12 seconds left, let's see if they can get another play off.
Leopards stay in that 5-wide set, third down and 15. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We got Nature Coast Sharks 7, Hernando 0, and we'll be right back.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
And we're back. We got an exciting game. We got the Leopards knocking on the door. But sitting here on our break just now, listening to the commentator, since it's a little chilly out here in Brooksville, I don't know if anybody know about how cold it gets in Brooksville. Brooksville has a different type of cold, but the cheerleaders are selling blankets. So not only do they have hot chocolate, but they got blankets tonight. You know, some may be like, it's not that cold, but yes, if you ever been in Brooksville, Brooksville has a different type of cold, especially once the sun goes down.
Yeah, you need to go at halftime and get me one of those blankets, Abe, because it's getting a little chilly up here, too.
Yes, it is. I can see him walking around with him. So we got third down and 15. Leopards staying at 5-wide set. Saltzman in shotgun. He drops back. He's under pressure immediately. Number 12 is giving him pressure. Tried to round that corner. Saltzman was able to get around the corner and find a little bit of daylight, but he's finally run out of bounds after picking up probably a yard or 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, Mitchell made that initial scare as he made him run out of the pocket there. He's got 72 tackles on the year and 2.5 sacks. So that, Abe, brings us into the Applebee's red zone. So let's see what they got here.
So it looked like the Leopards are going to attempt a field goal. As number 99, Jose Lopez, the holder, Waylon Williamson.
No, you don't have to zoom out. Just go up.
Nice high kick, but just a little too far to the left, and it's no good.
Yeah, we'll see if the Sharks can take advantage of that missed field goal and, make up a little bit more ground with their offense.
So the Sharks will go back on offense. Tonight is all about champions. Both teams won their district champions, but tonight also is an opportunity probably for the coaches to allow us to see their future, because sometimes with a game that really doesn't matter, you want to let some of those guys that may not get into the game during the playoffs, and give them an opportunity to showcase their talent in front of their family and friends as well. Sharks look like they fumbled the ball around in the backfield.
Yeah,
immediately met by number 3. It's going to be Michael Brown.
Yeah, I don't think that was a design play, Abe. I think that he just fumbled the ball as it was coming to him, and he just made that smart decision to just pick it up and run. As you said earlier, I mean, the stands are packed on both sides. Families from both sides are here. The seniors, it may be some of their last time to get on the field, so I think that they are going to make the best of it. Inter-county rivalry here.
Sharks come out with twins to the left, single receiver right. High snap, handoff to R.J. Jones. He gives a little step. He's still fighting. He's still trying to get away, but the Leopards were able to get through all that and finally bring him down. Tackle was led by number 7. That's going to be Arnold.
Yeah, I think that they're getting great penetration on the line, and they are getting able to get to RJ. He is making a couple guys miss, but at the end of the day, he's got to be able to get that offensive line to block. Abe, you and I both know offensive line is the most important position on the offense, because without them, nothing can happen. So I think that's what needs to beef up here for the Sharks.
And I'm all about the trenches. Trenches, you win and lose in the trenches. Williams Rowe puts the ball in the air, got a man all by himself. Pass was intended for number 8. Zayden McKenzie. Check out the Jimmy John Freaky Fast replay. He had 3 to 4 steps on the defense on that play.
Yeah, I think they're in cover 2, so the safety has to decide on who he's going to cover there on that play, and I think he made the wrong decision there, but at the end of the day, he was able to cut that ground up, and it was not completed, so just a bit outside.
So it brings up a 4th down for the Sharks, and we're able to see them punt for the first time tonight. Back deep for the Leopards is number 9 and number 2. That's going to be Waylon Williamson and Isaiah Williams. And both of these guys can make plays on special teams. Williams had some daylight had he got round the right side, but he was too much in the spin cycle trying to get away from those Sharks as they were continuing downfield and finally brought down.
Yeah, he was tackled there by one of the freshmen that play for the Sharks, and that is Tron Hanna. He's a very skilled young man as a freshman starting on the defense. So I think that is one of the bright spots for this defense here for the Sharks, and we'll see what Hernando can do with the great field position. Oh. See, Abe, I'm not sure what happened on that play there. I will tell you, in some cases, they will call that incomplete passes. In some cases, it might be called a fumble. In this situation, I guess they did call that a fumble and not a forward pass, so they are going to mack them up a little bit.
It's going back not just a little bit, a lot.
Hey,
so we got 2nd down and 14 yards to go.
They have an unconventional way to call the offense. It's unique. I've never seen them do that. So that is cool how they have everybody in the backfield there.
Leopards come out now in a 4-wide set. Saltzman drops back. Under pressure again. Saltzman gets around the left side. Finds the sticks and finally run out of bounds. After picking up about 6-7 yards on that run, it's like the Sharks are putting up heavy pressure.
Yeah, Hogan got in there quickly as the snap was happening, and Saltzman had to make a quick decision, running with the ball. He is quick, too, on his feet. Abe, don't get him wrong, so he could make a play on his feet.
So to bring up 3rd and about 9 for the Leopards. They go back to that 5 wide. Saltzman drops back. He rolls to his right. Tries to make a move, but number 12 was not having it. That's going to be Dakota Mitchell with the sack.
Yeah, Dakota also has 2.5 sacks this year for them, and again, the pressure's coming, Abe. They got to do something to get rid of the football. Great coverage on that defense there. They are in cover 2 right now, 2 high safeties where they have to make a decision. So I think it was a great job.
Now you'll wonder if they're trying to run some new plays for going into the playoffs, because in the playoffs, you have to be able to pass the ball. You have to be able to pass and run the ball and be balanced. You can't be one-dimensional, because if you're one-dimensional, the opposing team's going to beat you. You know, already tonight, the Sharks have 3 sacks on the Leopards.
They had Saltzman back there trying to do a pooch punt, it looked like.
It looked like a pooch punt.
So it was. It looks like it was about a 10-yard punt there for Saltzman. I don't know if they were trying to do a surprise punt, or I'm not sure what that was, but nonetheless, that will give the Sharks great field position at the 50-yard line, and we'll see what they can do with it.
I think one thing you got to also look at, body language tells a lot. And right now, the Sharks looking frustrated right now. I'm not sure if it's because of the offense or what's going on with the offense or the plays they're trying to run, but their body language right now is showing frustration. The Sharks act like they want to score again. And there go Cash Williams up the middle. He's down to the 10. He's to the 5. He is in the end zone for a touchdown for the Sharks.
Yeah. Hey, like we've said all day long.
Check out this Jimmy John freaky fast replay.
Yeah, he fakes the handoff there to RJ. Everybody moved to that side. He had a guy pulling with him on that side. He took it all the way. There was nobody going to be able to catch him. Williams there with a fantastic play and a great touchdown.
Now, that was a great run by Williams, but you also have to keep in mind the blocking in that trenches made that play do what it did.
Absolutely. That pulling guard that pulled for him absolutely had a wonderful block for him, and that's what got him all the way to the end zone there.
Jackson Dyson kick is good. That brings us to 7 minutes and 33 seconds remaining, and we're going to take a break and be right back.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
So we're back getting ready for the kickoff. We've already seen the legs of R.J. Jones with his 35-yard TD run, and we've already seen Cassius Williams, his 50-yard run, and the Sharks have been doing it on the ground all night.
And like we've stated a few times, it's been one in the trenches, I think, and right now Nature Coast is doing what it takes to win it in the trenches.
Nice high kick covered by number 12, Antonio Brown, and met by a host of.
Yeah, that was a very well kicked ball all the way down inside the red zone, and they were able to bring it out to the 22-yard line for the Leopards. And let's see what they can do with 7.5 minutes left in the second quarter against this Sharks defense that have come up stout today.
First and 10, Leopards from the 22-yard line. Work offense.
Sharks in that 4-wide set. Pass given to Dotson. Dotson was able to pick up about 6 yards on the catch and run.
Yeah, the tackle is there made by number 4 again, R.J. Jones. He's all over the field today, doing it on offense and on defense as well as an outside linebacker. He also has 22 tackles in the season and also a sack to go along with that great running on the offensive side of the ball.
So we got 2nd and 5. Leopards stay in that 5-wide set. Keep in mind, this game is all about bragging rights for the Leopards and Sharks. Quick pass to number 8. That's going to be Cameron Harris with a nice grab. Looks like he has enough for Leopards' first down.
Yeah, and he did get tackled by 3 defenders at the same time. One of them, number 19, the freshman, Tron Hanna. Again, one of the bright futures here for the Sharks.
Now, you know, last year the Leopards went and beat up on the Sharks at the Shark Tank and won 21-7. So I'm quite sure the Sharks are trying to get some get back tonight.
Yeah, the return favor, right?
I'm not sure what just happened on that play. I'm not sure if Nature Coast had, the card for the offense because Lizer was back there like he knew the play. Like they gave him the play and told him what it was. He was untouched, and he went in there and immediately made that tackle. So with that being said, it's 14-0. Sharks up, 5:59 remaining. We're going to take a break and be right back.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
So it brings up 2nd down and about 13 for the Leopards as they still try to figure out something to give a spark on their offense right now.
Absolutely. And as you're noticing, they are going to the fast throw, the quick pass game, right? Quick pass game because they do have a lot of pressure coming in, so they got to get the ball out of Saltzman's hand really quick.
Well, the Sharks' defensive line is wreaking havoc and causing all kind of pressure. But right now, he got all day and a month. You got a man wide open. That's number 13. That's Mobley. Mobley is dangerous in the middle of the field for the Leopards.
Yeah, he was taken down again. And here you see the Jimmy John's fast replay here. Saltzman has all the time in the world. And when that happens, there's a breakdown somewhere in the defense. He was able to make the catch there for that first down. Great play by the Leopards offense. And like you said, Abe, that's all won in the trenches there. If that line doesn't hold them there for that amount of time, that play doesn't happen.
At that time, the Leopards offensive line did give him some time, to make a play.
Up a little bit, John.
So the Leopards go into that trip set, single receiver left. Quick handoff to 48, and he's immediately met by number 5 of the Sharks. That's going to be Braden Hogan.
Yeah, the penetration there was too much for the Leopards, and again, just like you said, it's like they're reading their playbook and just getting in there so quick. It's hard for them to make a play in the backfield. So great job by that front four of Nature Coast.
Well, Nature Coast already got 3 tackles for losses, 3 sacks on the night already. So their defense is playing playoff caliber defense right now.
Absolutely, Abe. Let's see what they
And
can
the
do.
Leopards right now trying to get a spark in their offense to do something. They're going back to that 5-wide set. Saltzman drops back. He got time. He's searching. And he decided to use his legs. He goes around the right side. He's to the 35, to the 30, and he's finally going out of bounds. After picking up a first down for the Leopards and moving the chain.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, Abe, but in the middle of the field, the referee got taken out by one of the players, so I think that might have been the reason why Saltzman just took off down the sideline and was able to pick up that first down. They did give him plenty of time that play, and I think that's what they need to do if they want to have success on the offensive side of the ball.
So maybe on that last water break, they did some adjusting with their linemen because right now Saltzman has a little bit of time.
Yeah.
He's not under duress like he was previous plays.
Absolutely.
So bring up first and 10. Leopards at the 30-yard line. Trying to put some kind of points on the board before half. Trips to the left. 13, that's Mobley. Nice catch. Mobley picks up about 6 yards on the carry. I told you Mobley is really dangerous behind those linebackers. They got a mismatch going on.
Yeah, RJ there again making that shoestring tackle on the far side of the field. And again, he's showing up on both sides. I think that, like you said, they might have made some kind of adjustment on the offensive line because they are getting a couple of extra seconds now, and Saltzman is able to deliver good passes for good yards to open receivers.
Leopards line up 4 wide. Under pressure. Dawson makes a move. Oh, he drops the ball, but he's able to get back on top of it at the 40.
Yeah, Abe, as you can see there, they did try to change it up there, Nature Coast did. They did blitz 2 linebackers on there, and number 12, Dakota Mitchell, was in the backfield ready to make the play. And Saltzman, I don't know what happened there. He lost grip of the football and lost a whole bunch of yards there, Abe.
Right, but I'm quite sure when they go into half, coach is going to get on some of his linemen because they're not staying with their blocks and they're not holding their blocks. They're watching. Leopards right now have 17 rushing yards and over 60 yards passing. Saltzman's rolling to his right, under pressure, trying to set up throw a pass, and he looks like he throws it away. Number 5, that's Braden Hogan, had nothing but pressure on Saltzman. Saltzman might have to get a restraining order on number 5, the way he keep harassing him all night in the backfield.
Yeah, again, Abe, it's like they're reading their plays. They can get in there fast and furious, and Saltzman's been running around all day trying to figure out some answer for this defense.
So it brings up 4th and 18 for the Leopards.
Saltzman, again, is back there to punt the ball. I'm not sure if the punter is hurt or what's going on, but I guess we'll see here.
Quick handoff to Dotson. He hiked it straight to Dotson. Dotson trying to get right to left, right side. Finally pushed out of bounds. He got close to the first down, but I don't believe he was able to get enough for a first down. He might have been 3 yards short.
Yeah, I think the line to gain was the 20-yard line. He's at the 27. So, yeah, I think that On that play, you could tell it was probably going to be a fake. Saltzman back there again, and they don't want a repeat of that punt. So with 2 minutes left, I think that they were trying just anything to put some points on the board in this first half.
I mean, it was a nice, smart play. You know, he was 3 yards short of it. I mean, it looked good.
Yeah.
So let's see if the Leopards can shut this running attack of the Sharks down. The Sharks have over 146 total rushing yards right now and 0 passes. Hand off to Jones. Jones make 1 man miss, make 2 man miss. And he picks up the first down.
Yeah, as you can see, the lineman pulled there again. It's that same pull, kick out block that the Nature Coast is known for. And RJ was able to hit that crease and, again, make a couple guys miss for a first down. I think that this kid is something special, Abe.
Did I mention that he's a sophomore?
They got a bright future ahead of this kid.
Jones is already 8 rushes for 74 yards and a touchdown in the first half. First pass by the Sharks caught by Grant Lanning.
Yeah, and he was tackled there by Mason Paulette there, the leader of this defense. I think that it was a great design play because they're expecting run, and now you throw the ball. Great first pass.
It looked like the Sharks are in a hurry up. They go to Twins left single receiver. 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining. Again, handoff to Jones. He goes around the left side, picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Timeout for Nature Coast there.
So with that being said, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
So we're back. We got a minute and 12 seconds remaining. In this second quarter. Now, are you going to go for it by running, or are you going to try to put the ball in the air and see what you can do to put some points on the board?
Good question, Abe. I don't know. This is going to be a good question for Coach Howley here.
Williams rolled to his right. He puts the ball up in the air. A little too much, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, Abe, what I saw there was that flood concept that they were trying to get 3 receivers to the right-hand side, and the safety took that far one. It was a decision that he had to make to either throw it deep or throw it in that middle guy who was streaking across the field.
And that's, again, Williams tried to hit number 11, Jonathan Edney. He's been trying to make contact with him all night.
And I think this is a great test for the playoffs for Nature Coast because now they're running that 2-minute offense that at some point they might need to use in the playoffs. So I think this is great for Coach Howley to see what he's got.
So we got a minute 5 seconds remaining. It's 3rd down and 6. Sharks trying to put some points on the board before the half. The Leopards say they're not out of this. Williams keep the ball up the middle, picks up a first down, still on his feet, twisting and turning as they finally brought him down.
They go back to Old Faithful. Abe, fake the handoff to RJ, run it with the quarterback.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
And we're back. We got 56 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Sharks are trying to knock on the door with their run game. The Leopards are trying to hold them tight. Cash has got 1 for 4, 9 yards passing, 6 rushes for 102 yards, and 1 touchdown.
That's unbelievable, Abe.
Williams pulls it back. He was under pressure. Looked like number 3, Michael Brown, was back there putting up pressure, made him have to force that throw, which is going to bring up second down.
Yeah, I think like you said earlier, they're trying to get Edney the ball in open field, and doing that play there when he did that yo-yo motion there where he went to one side, came back to the other side. Perfect play call in that situation. Unfortunately, he was not able to get it over. He had some pressure in his face, so we'll see.
So the Sharks come out with a twin set, single receiver on the right side of the field. Cash goes right, but hands it back off to R.J. Jones to the right, and he was able to pick up 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, he was chased behind there by number 3, Michael Brown. Another great defensive play by Brown there. He does have 9.5 sacks this year, so it's impressive.
Williams goes straight up the middle. He picks up a first down, still moving his feet. Finally brought down at the 15-yard line. And you know where he finally landed at? He's in the neighborhood of the Applebee's red zone.
Yeah, that's right, Abe. Again, they're so focused on trying to stop R.J. Jones that Williams is able to just take that ball, run it right up the middle, get the first down, get in the Applebee's red zone with 13 seconds left. What is Nature Coast going to do?
And the Leopards look like they got a player down. It's going to be number 6, Jason Ingram. And with that, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
We're back. Number 6 was able to get up on his own accord. That's Jason Ingram. It's always great to see these players get up. You know, and right now it's the tough time for the coaching and keeping his players out there because it is time for playoffs and they don't have the time to recover if they get an injury or anything going into the playoffs.
Hey, but I don't know
so
what happened.
So we got 13 seconds remaining.
I don't I don't know what happened. Nature Coast is all the way down to the 30-yard line. There might have been a penalty or something that we didn't get a chance to see. But they are going to have a first down at the 30-yard line.
Well, that backs the Sharks up. Williams dropped back. He pushed the ball in the air, and it's picked off by the Leopards. He got room, got blocked. He went back to the center of the field, and he finally was brought down.
Yeah, Isaiah Williams was there to make that interception with no time remaining, so not able to have something happen there, but we do have a Nature Coast player down.
So Nature Coast had a player down, but they went ahead and picked him up, and that's the end of the first quarter. So with that being said, we got Nature Coast Sharks 14, Hernando 0. We got a nice ball game going. We got a run attack of the Sharks, and we got the Leopards trying to find their passing attack. So with that being said, we're going to send it back up to Will, and we'll see you guys after halftime. We'll be back. Take it away, Will.
Thank you, Abe. Thank you, Alvaro. Great job on that first half call. Apologize for having issue with the Applebee's red zone there. Obviously, there's not the red zone. We're at halftime. And let's go ahead and get things started. Welcome to GCN at the half. We got a lot of great content for you coming up. Going to get things started with our senior spotlight. That's going to be Michael Saltzman, starting quarterback for Hernando. Then we're going to go ahead and get our first half Game Changers, sponsored by Game Changer Sport Apparel of Hernando County. We don't have too many games going on tonight, but the ones that are going on, we're going to get with the McMurdo Family Vision Regional Scoreboard. Then we'll get our halftime stats and send it back up to the booth with Abe and Alvaro. It's halftime, 14-0. We'll be right back.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Mr. Saltzman, now that you are a senior, what can you tell me about the beginning days as your freshman year to today?
Freshman year, it was we didn't have many coaches, so we were just pretty much doing our own thing. Just went out there grinding, trying to prove myself, and just really wanted to show them what I could do. Yeah.
And then today, as a senior, how would you consider yourself progressing from that freshman year to this year, your senior year?
Oh yeah, I've definitely improved a lot. I went from not really throwing the ball like JV and middle school to like being able to throw the ball pretty well, I would think, and just developing as a leader feel like I've definitely developed better.
Head coaching changes aren't always great your senior year. However, Coach Chop is now in control. Tell me what you're looking forward to most under his leadership.
Yeah, so he has a good record of winning at his previous school, so I feel like we're going to go win a lot of games, make it to the playoffs, and just develop as a team, really.
So you're looking forward to most is winning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Coach Chop, this is your first season as a head coach over at Hernando, and what can you tell us about Saltzman here as how he fits into your plans as a first-year coach at Hernando?
Oh man, he's like my main piece, like my main chess piece. I really didn't have the opportunity to work with him in the spring because he was just coming off of his state championship run with baseball. They went to the Final Four, so we really didn't get the opportunity to really work with each other until summertime. And when I met him, I just seen the maturity that he has and the respect that everybody has for him. And I tell you, man, he really has stepped in, and he exemplifies everything that we ask for as a Leopard. So he's really one of my go-to guys.
I mean, you've had a lot of football in your career. What can you tell me is like your proudest moment of this game?
Yeah, so last year, our homecoming, I was actually on court. So to be able to win that game and show out like I did was really amazing. I just felt like I couldn't lose that game and just tried my hardest.
And who did you guys play?
Lecanto.
What was the score?
24-17.
Okay, close game.
Something like that.
And you were on the homecoming court?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about your team goals and personal goals for this season?
Yeah, so our team goals, I want to go undefeated. I want to be able to make it to the playoffs and be able to lead my team to as many wins as we can.
How many wins do you think you guys could take?
Realistically, we need to get 10.
10?
We'll see.
Saltzman, what are your personal goals this season?
Yeah, so I want to be able to break every record that I can. I feel like I'm pretty close to a couple, but I feel like I want to get into the record books for sure.
For throwing, for passing yards and touchdowns? Or?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Coach Chop, leadership is a huge important part to any program. How does Saltzman figure into your leadership there at Hernando?
Oh man, leadership. Like I say, he's my sole leader. Whenever we lead our stretches in the beginning, I got him a little nickname. I call him Boss Man. That's his nickname I gave to him. So I say, Boss Man, what's our first stretch for today? He'll sound off, and then when we get done with our stretches, we do our leopard jumping jacks, and we all break it down on Saltzman because I want everybody to get used to hearing his voice. You know what I'm saying? He is the one that I put the ball in his hands, and I gave him the keys to the caddy, and it's up to him whether or not we go take it to the promised land. So,
what can you tell me about your favorite game that you've ever played?
Yeah, so it was junior year homecoming game against Lecanto. I was able to run through the whole defense a couple times and show them that I'm stronger, and just I think I ran through 5-6 tackles or something to score. And that was pretty memorable. I go back and watch it all the time on YouTube.
Coach Chop, success on the field is super important,
right.
But our local area coaches, including yourself, are known for the successes that they want their athletes to have off the field. How can you talk to me about Mr. Saltzman and his successes off the field?
Off the field, well, I tell you, he's a student first. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I think he's sitting at about a 4.2 GPA. So that's a huge success off the field. It don't just stop with athletics on the football field. I mean, I see him going very far. I see him being successful in anything that he ever chooses, any endeavor that he ever wishes to do in the future. I see him being successful. So that's why he's sitting right next to me right now. He's a good example. So I think he's achieved quite a bit. As a Leopard and as a quarterback. And I think his best days are ahead of him.
So it's been a long journey in football for you over your career. Who would you like to thank along that path, along your games in the past?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my brother. He drove me to a lot of practices when I couldn't drive. I'd like to thank all the teammates that I have, my coaches, Coach Chop, Coach Scargill, Coach Spalding, and a couple along the way. Yeah.
We're ready for rapid fire. I'm looking for your favorite player of any sport and why.
My favorite player is Aaron Rodgers when he was on the Green Bay Packers and how he'd sling the ball around.
Favorite rivalry?
Probably Nature Coast. It's always a good game against them.
Favorite school tradition?
Our homecoming week. I like going to the parade. I like our dance. All the dressing up we do at school.
Favorite pregame ritual?
I really just listen to music and then just relax.
Funniest teammate?
Probably Wiley Blair.
Why?
Because I hang out with him the most.
What do you look forward to most after graduation?
Just being able to play in college. I just want to continue football as long as I can.
Thank you, Michael Saltzman. Senior Spotlight.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
I went through the VFW, I went through the American Legion, and I felt they couldn't help me. And, you know, I got in touch with Chris, and he got right to work on it, and I'd say within a year, I had 100% disability.
Welcome back to the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Now we're going to check out the regional scores with the McMurdo Family Vision Regional Scoreboard. Welcome back here to GCSN at the half. We hope you enjoyed tonight's Senior Spotlight interview featuring Hernando quarterback Michael Saltzman. And again, a reminder that the full interview will be uploaded separately on our YouTube channel following tonight's game. You can find that in the special events section of our channel. And that'll be uploaded about 10 o'clock tonight is when you'll be able to see that. So if you want to just jump right to the interview, just go ahead and check that out there. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and then come back with our first half game changers. It's halftime on the
1,000. Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Welcome back. We had a little bit of a glitch there with our internet. Just as a reminder, luckily our backup internet is working tonight. One of the towers locally went out on us, so it's actually outside of our control. So we have a backup unit tonight that we're utilizing, and so far that's holding up for us. And hopefully it will hold the remainder of the way. But welcome back to GCSN at the half. It's now time to feature our first half game changers. Our first half game changers sponsored by Game Changer Sports, a family-owned and operated sports apparel business based right here in Hernando County. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram and see what they have to offer. So let's get it started with the offense. Getting it done in the first half. Really had a couple of candidates here, but we got to go with the quarterback, Cassius Williams. He's got 1 for 6 passes for 9 yards, but he's getting it done on the ground. 7 carries, a $116, and a touchdown. So congratulations to Cassius Williams. They're our first half game changer on offense. Now let's flip it over to the defensive side and check in with our defensive first half game changer. Again, we're going to have to keep it with Nature Coast. They've been wreaking havoc on the defensive side. Got to go to Braden Hogan. Braden Hogan with 2 tackles and additionally 2 tackles for loss. Number 5 has been in the backfield harassing Leopards here in the first half tonight. So congratulations to Braden Hogan, our first half game changers. And again, that's sponsored by Game Changer Sports Apparel. Go ahead and check them out on Facebook and Instagram for all of your sports apparel options. They are a locally based company here in Hernando County. As you can see, the teams are starting to come back out here for the second half and get their stretches in. So we got time for one last quick break, and then we'll send it back up to the booth for the second half call. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
I went through the VFW, I went through the American Legion, and I felt they couldn't help me. And, I got in touch with Chris, and he got right to work on it, and I'd say within a year, I had 100% disability.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzels, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. Why would you deal with this pain for another day?
Welcome back to GCSN at the half. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Again, remember, don't forget to like and subscribe for us. That really helps us out in offsetting our costs. We are a nonprofit company, so every little bit that we can get to offset those costs to keep these broadcasts going for you and making things bigger and better year after year, that's what exactly we want to do. But now we're under 3 minutes until the start of the second half, so let's send it back up to the booth for the second half call. Take it away, boys.
Oh, man, what a game. This is a game. It's a great game to watch. Ground and pound is what's going on out here today. The Sharks are truly coming in ground and pound between Williams and that Jones. They're trying to, ground this thing out. This is perfect weather for that type of ground and pound kind of game. I'm looking through the stands and looking at everybody. They're wrapped up in blankets. They got on jackets. It was a little nippy outside. I was looking for some hot chocolate. I told you, this Brooksville cold air is something you can't play with. It gets nippy real quick, especially once the sun has gone down and it's cold out here.
Listen, Abe, I'll tell you, I'm not from the area. I'm a little bit further south, so this cold is a different type of cold. I will tell you that. But I think in the first half, Nature Coast has done what they needed to do to have that momentum heading into the playoffs. What answer do the Leopards have offensively to get on the scoreboard and possibly make this a closer game?
I would say pride. They need to find pride. You know what? Continue to play football. So what? They put 14 points up in the first half. Football is a four-quarter sport. You still have an opportunity. You still have a game. You at home. You already won your district. Show everyone why you won your district. You got to continue to play. Like I said, body language tells a lot. This game is far from over. The the Leopards offense showed some promise, but unfortunately it didn't work out the way they wanted to when they got down, down the field. But have some pride. Continue to play. Play 4 quarters. You never know what can happen.
Yeah, I think that the pregame really tells the tale, right? We talked about R.J. Jones, we talked about Cassius Williams, but what we didn't talk about is the defense. The defense for Nature Coast today has been outstanding, stopping all the game players for the Leopards. So, with the second half about to begin, Abe, what are your thoughts?
Well, like I said, Liza been coming out like a madman for the Sharks, as well as Hogan. They've been putting Saltzman under pressure all night long. But Saltzman's going to have to settle in. Saltzman's going to have to be the field general that he said he is, and he needs to take control of his offense and put them in the end zone and get a spark.
Yeah, let's see what they got.
We got an immediate whistle.
That penalty usually is that offsides penalty.
Offsides on the Sharks is going to back them up. But right now, the Leopards need to come out and they need to put some points on the board. If they can do that, they can make sure they feel that they're in this ball game. And then their defense need to do what they need to do, because what's happening is the Sharks are staying on the field, the Leopards defense getting tired and being able to run all over them.
Yeah, especially with what Coach Chop said earlier this week, pinning them deep on special teams would help them out. They haven't been able to do that, so let's see if the second half changes that up just a little bit.
So we got Jackson Dyson kicking off for the Sharks.
Again, another short kick.
Trying to see, the referee haven't given a signal yet of who ball it is.
The Sharks are all pointing their way. They do give it to the Leopards.
So the Leopard was able to maintain the ball on that. It's going to be 1st and 10. And let's see what the Leopards come out and do. I'm quite sure the coaches took them in at halftime, made some adjustments. The players talked about what they seen, what they feel they need to do or want to do. And let's see if they come out and they can put some points on the board. And it looked like they're going to come back and they're going to stick with that 5 wide, empty backfield.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Saltzman dropped back. Quick pass, too high. Pass was intended for number 0, Jerry Brown.
Yeah, Mitchell was in the backfield again, Abe. I think that, but what they're doing now is trying to get the ball out of Saltzman's hands faster, and I think that is the key to at least stopping that rush from coming in so fast.
So we got 2nd and 10. Leopards stay with that 5 wide set. You got Dawson out here on the outside. You got Pollard in motion. Some miscommunication. Seemed like the ball was in the area. Number 13. That's going to be William Mobley, and number 8, Cameron Harris.
Yeah, Abe, I was going to ask you something. Knowing football like you do, what is your thoughts on the running back changing every play? They call in the plays with the running backs. What is your thoughts on that?
Well, sometimes some coaches use their running backs to bring those plays in, and then you're trying to see what the defense is adjusting to, because you got 2 different styles of running backs. You got a pounder, and then you got a scamper. So it's seeing what the what the defense does. But right now, Saltzman is sacked again by number 5. That's going to be Braden Hogan. He has been applying pressure all night for the Sharks. I believe that brings it up four sacks. Check out this Jimmy John Freaky Fast replay.
Yeah, like you said earlier, Abe, if you could see those Hernando County Sheriffs, they got to get on the field there because he is actually harassing that quarterback, and you saw it on that play there. Hogan is all over the place.
You know, with them spreading out 5 wide like that, it gives that opportunity for that end to come off, you know, ears pinned back and going immediately at the quarterback.
Yeah, Saltzman again is in the back, ready to punt this off.
Back to receive for the Sharks, number 1, Avion Jackson.
Look like number 1, Avion Jackson round the right side. He's still got room, and he's finally brought out of bounds by Saltzman at the 15-yard line. Another big play for the Sharks, and that's a special team play.
You know, as we all know, Abe, that football is not just offense and defense. Special team also plays a role in these games. And on that play, you saw why special teams is important to be ready for it. And now, as you know, Abe, we are inside the 20-yard line, which means
we're in the neighborhood with Applebee Red Zone.
That's right.
Special team makes special plays, and Avion Jackson just made that special play for them.
Good blocking. Good blocking on that as well, so that always helps. Going back to R.J. Jones.
Jones trying to get around the right side. Picked up about 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Arnold made that play there, getting him out of bounds. But again, we can't say it enough, Abe, that offensive line is winning the battle in the trenches for Nature Coast, and that is why that's happening.
Williams goes up under center, tried to go between the guard and the tackle, but he was immediately met by the Leopards. It's going to be number 26 that was in on that for the Leopards. That's going to be Anthony Daniels.
Yeah, it seemed like they were expecting that, Abe. I don't know what the plan there was, but it looks like the Leopards expected that play. They've seen it before. They've run it a few times when they've had a yard or less. So I think they were expecting that, Abe.
So the Sharks come out twins to the left, single receiver to the right. You got Williams and Jones in the back. Quick handoff to Jones. Jones finds a seam and goes straight up into the end zone, untouched, making it his second touchdown of the night for the Sharks.
Yeah, he was led into the end zone there by number 6, Grant Lanning. We talked to him about on defense, but here on the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast replay, you see that number 6 there, Lanning takes him all the way into the end zone, and that's going to be RJ's second touchdown of the contest.
And you got to give credit to that offensive line of the Sharks, led by the center, number 50, Tyler Deso. And those guys, you know, are finding their way tonight with the Leopards front.
And with 9:09 left in this quarter, the Sharks go up 21-0. Let's take a quick break.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials. Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us.
And we're back. So with the score being 21-0, beginning of the third quarter, that special team special play was able to put the Sharks in the neighborhood early. You know, it put the Leopards backs against the wall completely now with giving the Sharks a commanding lead. And then once again, the Sharks still use their ground attack and utilize Williams and Jones to finish up that play and get it into the end zone untouched.
Yeah, that was great, Abe. Great job.
Nice high kick all the way to Kamani Dotson. He's looking for a little space. He's taking it back wide. He's trying to find some room, but he was met immediately by number 24. And there goes a flag because it was a little extracurricular after the play.
Yeah, and once again, we talk about that special teams, Abe. I think that they need to be able to be more disciplined on the on the kickoff for Nature Coast for these playoffs. You got to start making those adjustments here. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, Abe, and put the Leopards in a pretty good field position to start this drive. Looks like
Well, it was a good thing that penalty came because Dotson was trying to make something happen, but also he was hurting the team by going backwards because the pursuit of the Sharks was heavy, and with him going back, he was losing ground, not realizing the Sharks are matching the same speed he is.
Yeah, they need to find a way to get the ball into Dotson's hand faster.
Leopards coming to the trip set on the right, on the left side of the field, single receiver right. Quick hand off to Brown. He ducks through the middle, finds a little bit of space, picks up about 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, the tackle there was made by number 56, Lizor. Again, all over the place today. I think that on that play, they were blitzing off of the edge there, so he was able to cut right underneath that and pick up a good solid 7 or 8 yards.
So it's going to be about 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Saltzman threw it a little too high.
Yeah, Picarello was in the backfield on another blitz. I think that is the game plan for the Sharks, is to blitz Saltzman because it is working for them. That got out of his hand faster than he wanted to get it out and overthrew his receiver on that one.
So to bring up 3rd down for the Leopards, trying to find something. Seemed like Coach Chop is sticking with this passing set. And he has to get Saltzman in some type of rhythm. Saltzman back out. He rolls to the right. He finds a little daylight, picks up the 1st down, tries to put his shoulder down, take it out of bounds. And Coach got to let Saltzman know you got to be smart because they need you for the playoffs.
Yeah, and yet again, a tackle made by another young man, a freshman, by the way, Abe, and that is Tron Hanna. He's quick. He reacted to that very quickly when he saw Saltzman rushing, and he was able to make the tackle on that play. Great open field tackle.
Leopards going to 4 wide set. Oh, he tried to, looked like he was trying to show the handoff to number 48, but he was about to pull it out when he seen the Sharks defense. He was trying, it looked like he was trying to go to Bradenton. Paulette. Check out this Jimmy John freaky fast replay.
Yeah, here you see Saltzman hand it off. He couldn't actually get it in there because the rush from Hogan was coming in so fast that he just let it go right on the floor, and Hogan was able to recover that.
And it seemed like Saltzman was trying to reach to get that ball to him in the hole.
Yeah. They need to figure out what's going to happen here because this game could get out of hand if Nature Coast puts another one in.
a 1st and 10. Sharks at the Leopards 40-yard line. Let's go defense.
So the Sharks come out as split receivers. They stack to the left side. R.J. Jones in the back. Williams hands off to Jones. Jones immediately hit by number 12. He's still on his feet. He done went through 3 players and finally brought down after picking up the first down. It was like Jones was immediately hit by number 12. That was going to be Antonio Brown, but he was able to bounce off of Brown, hit by another player, able to bounce off of him and able to scamper and get out of bounds.
Yeah, Williams was able to ride him out of bounds there. And again, you need to be able to take him down on that first time, because if not, he is able to break tackles and make big plays, as you saw on that play.
So now the Leopards come out with twins to the right, single receiver left, shotgun formation. We got motion. Another handoff to Jones. Jones go up the left side, picking up about 2.5, 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, they want to show us something different here, Abe. They've been doing the pulling of the guard on that play, but this time they put somebody in motion to kick that end out and rush RJ right underneath that. So that was a great job.
And you know where we're at right now.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we at?
We are in the Applebee's red zone in the neighborhood, Abe.
Here we are.
Just inside, by the way, just inside the 20-yard line. So let's see if the Sharks can punch another one in.
Sharks stay with that split formation. Cash is fake, and he takes it up the middle, driving his legs. Looked like he picked up about 8 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up third down for the Sharks.
Yeah, and the O-line on that one had the movement going to the defensive line and couldn't get any pushback. So it was a great call there by the Sharks to move the ball about 9 yards. So now bring up a 3rd and 1, it looks like.
Third down. Let's get loud because of the crowd.
Looks like a quarterback sneak. They were able to get the first down there, landing on the carry.
Look like the referee's going to take a timeout. And with that being said, we're going to take a timeout and we'll be right back.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
Cookville Off-Road and Automotive, Advanced Pump and Lounge, and Country Pole Barn. Thank you for your support.
We're back. It is 5:46 remaining in the third quarter. We got the Sharks up 21-0. Still a lot of ball game left here today, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I thank each and every one of you for tuning into the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. Also, we got families from far and near watching. We got them out here with their jackets on. I'm quite sure you're at home. You got your heater on. It's a little nippy. This is the Halloween Eve. I'm not sure why, but the kids are out of school tomorrow for Halloween. They finally got the ball in the air, and they finally got that pass that they've been looking for all night, and it's a touchdown. Looked like number 2. Donovan Neal with the catch in the back of the end zone. Check out this freaky fast replay.
Yeah, Williams there went back and just let it rip out there to his wide receiver. He had 9 passing yards, but that'll tack on a couple more for him. So great job on the defense, though. Great tight coverage for the Leopards on that one.
Well, it was great coverage by our camera crew because they was not letting that happen. They were able to get a great shot. Our camera crew out there, Brian Lott, John McMurdo did an excellent job making sure we could see that play. You know what? If they had to take it to a replay screen, we was able to grab it and have it, and they did a great job with it. So that's going to put the Sharks up with a commanding lead right now. Still a lot of football left to play.
Yeah, weirder things have happened, Abe, and I think that one touchdown here for the Leopards, and it can open the floodgate, right? And then a touchdown after touchdown, who knows? We've seen lopsided things more than this happen and turn the game around. So the Leopards have that fight in them, and I've seen it before. So maybe we'll see it again today.
You know, this is one of the games, like I said, you got 2 championship teams. Only thing on the line right now is pride and bragging rights. These guys both got to still prepare themselves for that playoff push. Not sure who they'll be playing in the playoffs, but they have those games. They got to make sure they clean up some of the things they're trying to do. Right now, the Leopards could be trying to work on their passing game, get their passing game in check, and doing the little things they need to do, you know, with their playoff push as well.
Absolutely, Abe.
But like it goes to Dodson again, he comes to the left side of the field, and he run out of bounds at the 20-yard line, which will bring up 1st and 10 for the Leopards. We're going to see if they still come back in that 5-wide set, see if they're still working on their air attack.
Yeah, with that running back by committee that the Leopards have, you never know what you're going to get. So at any time, something can open up, and it'll be there, man. I think that anything could happen here. Let's see what they come out in this time.
The Leopards band still fighting. The cheerleaders are down there doing an excellent job trying to keep this crowd into it. Nature Coast fans are all bundled up over there on the Shark side. It's not as cold as the Shark tank. Brown comes up the middle to the left side of the field, picks up about 6-7 yards on that carry.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, Abe. The offensive line there won that battle, and if they can continue to do that, they can go all the way down the field just like that. I think that the Leopards have the running backs to do it, and the O-line right there proved that they can do it as well. So let's see what we got going on this play.
So the Leopards come out with trips to the right, single receiver. Saltzman under pressure, and he's sacked again. That's going to be Lizer and number 1, Avion Jackson, that put the pressure on.
Yeah, that looks like it's the game plan, Abe. I think that they're just rushing from the sides, trying to get to Saltzman. But quick passes, getting it out to their receivers. You know, that looks like to be the way to go here.
So it's going to be 3rd down. The Sharks have 4 tackles for loss, 5 sacks on the night. Leopards go back to that 5-wide set. Saltzman drops back, puts the ball in the air, got a man, and he was able to catch it, but he ran out of bounds. That was number 8 for the Leopards. It's going to be Cameron Harris.
There are some flags on the field, Abe, so let's see what these are here. It was a fantastic throw, and that's what shows you how Saltzman can do.
Not sure what happened on that play, but it was a nice pass and catch.
Now looks like it's a holding call, Abe.
And that hurts.
Oh, illegal man downfield.
You know, when you get a positive, a big positive, and hit by that negative, and it backs you up.
Yep.
Leopard staying at trips. 5 wide set. Saltzman point out the defense. Nice catch by number 48.
And that right there, you see why Saltzman was our halftime player, right? It's those things. It's getting it out fast. Right here in the Jimmy John's replay, you see how effective he could be with that quick pass there to Paulette, getting that first down.
And Paulette was able to hold on to that ball because he took a nice little hit from the Sharks on that.
Yeah, the safety took a good angle on that and was able to make the play. But it is 4th down, and it looks like they are going for it, Abe.
With the score being 28-0, sometimes you got to try to do something to spark your offense. It looked like we had movement, and the movement might have been in the backfield.
Yeah, that's what it is, Abe. False start.
Looked like the back was a little hesitant. Then he wanted to go and lead block, and he was rolling as he jumped off sides.
Yeah, I think that the defensive line is doing a lot of movement, so that might have caused him to jump a little bit, but move back into the punting formation.
Looked like the Leopards called timeout. They only had 10 players on the field. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
We back. The Leopards trying to get themselves together, trying to figure out what's going on. Only had 10 players on the field and had to call timeout.
It does look like they will be back in that punting formation, Abe. Let's see what they got going on here.
High punt. Goes number 1. He finds some room. Still moving on his feet. And he's finally brought down at the 46-yard line. Looked like number 70, Nick Carter, was able to make the stop on that.
Yeah, I think that was a great return for Avion there. He made a guy miss, and then they had to gang tackle him to get him down on the ground. So great field position for the Sharks, starting at the 47-yard line.
Let's go defense. Left in the third quarter.
Another handoff to Jones to the left side. Jones immediately burst up the field for about 5 to 6 yards on that play.
And it does look like the Leopards have changed their front. They did go to a 5-3 defense to get more guys on the line to be able to stop R.J. Jones They went to a 5-3 cover 3, it looks like, for that play. So let's see if that can continue and they could slow down this running game.
You know, you got to give Coach Hawley credit. You know, this is his first year with the Sharks. He's already won a district championship. They went 7-2, so I would say that's a winning season for them. Fake handoff to Williams. Williams taking around the left side. Williams got some wheels. Williams got 10, 5, and Williams is in the end zone for another touchdown for the Sharks. They went from utilizing. He pulled it out of R.J. Jones, and he took off. Check out the Jimmy John freaky fast replay.
Yeah, see, on the replay, he did pull the ball, and he just took off. It was a good seal block by the wide receiver there, and which allowed Williams to catch that outside, and he took it all the way down for a 44-yard touchdown there.
And the Sharks are taking a true commanding lead, and they've been doing it all on the ground. Now, they did get that one pass in the end zone, you know, tiptoeing going out of the end zone, which was a great pass and a great catch. But they have been showing their power is in the legs. They got over 299 yards rushing and 20 yards passing.
Wow, that's impressive. For when I talked to Coach Hawley, tell me that they were going to do a balanced offense, a lot of running. I think that RJ and Cash has been doing an amazing job of taking command of this offense, and I think that they're doing a great job.
So Williams got 10 rushes for 176 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think RJ has 2 of his own, so. Wow, it's impressive. You know, getting ready for the playoffs. I think that's.
You know, I would say, you know, I'm looking across the stadium and looking at the Sharks fans, and it don't look like they're moving it into the game, but I'm quite sure they froze over there because it's cold outside.
I agree with you, Abe. I haven't seen any.
They froze and they're staying bundled up, and they're not trying to make no movement over there.
It looks like a sold-out crowd on the Leopard side too. They are fully packed and fully bundled, too, Abe.
Remember the Chili's were selling blankets.
Yeah. All right.
Look like Leopards called fair catch, and we're at the end of the half going into the fourth quarter. And with that being said, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. It's the final
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
We're back. Look like Saltzman is getting a play for coach as he get ready to come back out. We're going to see if the Leopards stay in that 5-wide set.
You know, having a district championship is nothing to sneeze at, Abe. And I think that right here in the fourth quarter, I think we'll see a different Hernando team with a different heart. Let's see what they can come out in the fourth quarter and see if they can put some points on the board.
So the Leopards are staying true to that 5-wide set. It'll only be 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The Leopards got 57 yards rushing on the night. Saltzman puts the ball in the air. Looked like some miscommunication. Looked like the ball was possibly intended for number 13. That's going to be William Mobley. Yeah, but it looked like he was blanketed by some Sharks.
Yeah, I think on that play, Abe, what they're trying to do is they're trying to roll into different coverages to give Saltzman a different look. And on that one there, it looked like they rolled into cover 3. So that is where, you know, the corners try to back that deep third and the safety has that middle third. So I think that's what it looked like on that play, and Saltzman was trying to get it out quickly.
Look like they're going to stay with the trips to the right. Single receiver left. Paulette in the backfield. Quick handoff. Paulette runs and give one good spin. Looked like he picked up about 3 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up third down for the Leopards.
Yeah, tackled there by number 69 there, Aiden Smith, the nose guard. Great job there on both sides of the ball. Third down here. Let's see what they could draw up here for the Leopards.
And Skylar Young. And your coaches for Robin Pasolio and Brooke Lighthouse. 2025-26.
The Leopards stay in that trip.
Varsity Leopard cheerleaders. Let's give a round of applause.
You got Brown in the backfield. Saltzman drops up, back, under pressure. And on that play, I'm not sure if it was miscommunication or what was going on, because number 0, Jerry Brown, didn't pick up the block at all. He watched the guy run right past him. So I'm not sure it was miscommunication of the play calling or what was going on that play.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to establish a passing game, and on that play there, it did look like they were going to that flood that they like going to, which is those 3 guys, one going deep, the one in the middle, and then a short flat route there, and it looks like he couldn't connect there because of that missed block.
And it brings up 4th down and 8 for the Leopards. Look like they'll be putting the ball.
Back deep to receive. The ball is, again, number 1, Avion Jackson.
Another pooch kit. Looked like it went out at about the 40-yard line. Well, the ref's going to say 37-yard line that it went out. So,
well, was
that an 8-yard punt?
With 8:51 left in this game, let's see what we can do to, get that grit. These both district champs here. It's like a heavyweight bout, right? And they're going blow for blow here. And let's see what last quarter has in store for us.
Well, the Sharks came back on the field with a purpose, got their offense out. They go to a split receiver set.
Yeah, it does look like Nature Coast has gone to their bench here.
And it looked like number 7, Nick Elwin, is checked in and ran the ball for the Sharks. So the Sharks are allowing us to see their future players come out. And Nick Elwin is a sophomore as well.
Yeah, their quarterback now, Jace Labder. He is a freshman. So let's see what they have.
So it seemed like the Sharks have taken out the majority of their starters right now. And now they're letting their future get an opportunity to touch the field and see what they can do. 17 drops back. He immediately puts the ball in the air. Oh! Number 17 has a little arm. That's Jace Labler. He was trying to get the ball to number 8, Zayden McKenzie.
Yeah, it was great coverage there on the defense there by the Leopards. And we're going to let him catch that ball. That was great coverage.
And Coach Hawley is still trying to put points on the board. So I'm not sure if his players got with him and said, Coach, we lost at home last year. We're not trying to lose this year. We want to come to the Leopards house and beat them. And it looked like it was roughing the passer on the play, which is going to give the Sharks a first down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have it just outside the 20-yard line.
Quick handoff. That was number 77 making a big stop for the Leopards. That's going to be Evan Richardson.
Yeah, Elwin there tried to make a move on the play. It just looked like there was a lot of penetration there from the defensive line.
You know, it's kind of hard to imagine that today is just Thursday. You know, it feels like a Friday night under the lights, but it's just Thursday, so we all still have to go to work tomorrow. You know, I'm sitting here thinking about this game, you know, thinking, wow, tomorrow's Saturday. But no, it's Thursday night. We got Thursday night under the lights with the champions. You know, keep in mind, both teams did win their districts. You know, you still have Coach Chop. This is first season with the Leopards. Went 7-2, district champs. That's a great accomplishment. Then you have Coach Hawley coming to the Sharks. And one thing he said in pregame was he was going to have one of the most disciplined teams. When you play his team, you're going to know they were a disciplined group of kids. And we've seen that tonight. We haven't seen that many penalties or anything going on. So it has been somewhat of a clean game. And Coach Holly comes in, and he has a winning season of winning 7-2 and winning his first district championship with the Sharks. So now you got these two brand new coaches seeing each other for the first time. And with the way these teams playing and with the years of age with these teams, we're going to see them again next year, and it's going to be another battle.
Absolutely, Abe. You know, talking to Coach Hawley earlier this week, he was saying they just need to focus on being them, right? Nature Coast versus Nature Coast, basically, is what he was saying. And then when they focus on that, they're a pretty good football team, is what he said.
Hand off to number 7. He looks for a little seam, and that's going to be Nick Elvin again. And another flag on the play.
Yeah, it was extra pushing there after the play, Abe, and I think that that one's going to go against Nature Coast because a little bit extra there. That's going to be a personal foul, bring them back 15 more yards.
You know, coach got to be careful because sometimes these players may not be able to play in the playoff if they get enough personal fouls.
Yeah, with 5 minutes to go in the game, Abe, I think that just getting your young guys out there, try to get some play time, I think it's a great move on both sides of the ball. Looks like this will be a 4th and a bus ride here, Abe, for Nature Coast. So they're going to punt it away.
Ooh, it's a block. He tried to pick it up. Was he able to get it? That's number 48. He said his game is not over.
Right. Paulette said, I'm going to take that off your foot and run it for a touchdown.
He said this game not over. Leopards trying to put something on the board.
Yeah. That'll get your fans back into the game. Absolutely, Abe.
So we got 4 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the ball game. Leopards going to have it 1st and 10 at the Sharks' 22-yard line.
Now let's see what they have drawn up for their 4-minute offense. This is a time where they can see what they have going on for the playoffs.
Leopards got new players in. That's number 1, Dawson, trying to get around the right side, but he was unable to.
Taken down.
So Leopards still got some of their starters in the game.
Yeah, he was taken down by number 1 for Nature Coast, Avion Jackson. Now, I think they did lose a couple yards on that play. It looked like it at least. Still looks like Saltzman's in at the quarterback position.
Leopard staying in at 5 wide set. Saltzman dropped back. Hits number 8. 8 spinning, still moving. That's going to be Cameron Harris on that catch.
Yeah, he got pushed out of bounds by Tron Hanna.
Check out this Jimmy John freaky fast replay.
Yeah, he got the ball out of his hands really quick there, and getting into your playmaker's hands, and with that being said, that puts us inside the 20-yard line, which means what?
We're in the red zone.
That's right.
In the neighborhood, Applebee's.
That's right. That was a great play, man. I think that is what they need to do. Get it in the playmaker's hands quickly, and Saltzman's been able to do that. So, great job.
Saltzman dropped back, pressure coming. He rolls to his left, finds the space, finds some moves, uses his legs, still on his feet down at the 2-yard line, utilizing his shoulders. Saltzman's trying to make something happen.
Yeah, it looks like he was tackled again by number 1, Avion Jackson, and he got what he needed. He got the offensive line to win the battle in the trenches and able to move the ball all the way down to, it looks like, the 2-yard line. Abe, let's see if they can punch us in. It'd be great.
And I'm quite sure they're trying to punch it in because they don't want to go home with a goose egg on it. It looked like the referee, the Sharks called timeout. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout too.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Look back, they're trying to go ahead and get themselves together on what they want to do. The Sharks trying to stop the Leopards from getting in the end zone, and the Leopards are trying to get in the end zone. But keep in mind, we got 1 minute and 46 remaining in the fourth quarter. We also got to figure out who's going to be our Glory Days player of the game. And our Glory Days player of the game will get a Gulf Coast Sports Network t-shirt and a gift certificate and gift card to Glory Days Grill. 48 is utilizing his legs, his lineman push. He followed big number 70 on that play to get him inside the end zone. That was Nick Carter that he got behind, and Nick got him into the end zone.
Yeah, Paulette wasn't going to be denied on that one, Abe, and I think that he used his offensive line to get into the end zone and score a big touchdown for the Leopards.
It looked like they'll be going for 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the kicker or the punter's hurt, but it looks like this is their plan all along.
Salsa puts the ball up in the air. Looked like it was intended for number 1, Kamani Dotson, but it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 35-6 with 35 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the Sharks having a commanding lead.
Well, Abe, before this broadcast ends, I do want to say thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to call the game with you. And what a great way to end the year on a Champions Night, I would say.
Well, it was great having you up here with us. I know you had a celebration, recently because on Monday night, I do believe we covered a game that you were actually assisting coaching in with Parrot taking on Explorer. You guys did a great job in coming out victorious for Explorer K8.
I appreciate that, Abe.
But that's going to be the ball game. We got your Sharks winning 35 to your Leopards 6. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning into the Gulf Coast Sports Network. But right now, we got to get ready to let you guys know our player of the game. And tonight, our player of the game goes out to Nature Coast Shark Cassius Williams, 2 for 8 with 20 yards, 1 TD, 10 rushes for 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Congratulations, young man. You are our Glory Days player of the game. So with that being said, the Sharks winning 35-6. We're going to get ready to send it up to Will Wilkie, and we thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. Take it away, Will.
Thank you, Abe. Thank you, Alvaro. Great job on the call tonight. Again, tonight's final score, the Sharks are going to take home the victory 35-6. But both of these teams are heading to the playoff to represent Hernando County, and we wish them both the best of luck in that playoff push. This is our final broadcast for the 2025 fall season. We'll see you back again in 2026 for covering some winter and spring sports as well, so make sure you stick with us for that. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast as well as all of our content for the 2025 football season, covering games and teams from Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus County. We've also covered the North Suncoast Media Day again this year. A wonderful job by Andy Villamarzo, Bill Browning, and Dustin Kupchik putting that together. We also had our inaugural GCSN Friday Night Lights Game Day show for the Hernando Springstead game. Don't forget about our Hernando County Senior Spotlights for this year, all of which you can find under the special events section of our YouTube channel. All of this content and more remains archived on our YouTube channel so that you can relive the memories anytime that you would like. The Gulf Coast Sports Network would not be possible without the support of our viewers, sponsors, and advertisers, and without a doubt, our incredible group of broadcasters, all of which are volunteers who love our community and gladly give their time and talents to make this all happen. I can't thank them enough for all that they do. So to close out the 2025 broadcast season, I would like to acknowledge our full 2025 football crew and to thank you for joining us this season. For Dustin Atkins, Dave Barrett, Jason Cephas, Abe Dowdell, Bill Leiser, Brian Lott, John McMurdo, Alvaro Muente, Jamin Pond, Jim Redmill, Derek Smith, Paul Smith, Eric White, I'm Will Wilkie, and we'll see you next time. All right, John, we got about 45